What changes in campaign finance law would you support, if any?
I would support public financing of campaigns that includes the idea of giving vouchers to American citizens that they can use for contributions. I know that the House bill includes 6 times multiples of contributions up to $200 that Americans give, so that's a different mechanism of public financing. The one that I'm talking about, I believe, actually brings a lot more people into the game. So I'm absolutely in favor of public financing of elections. I'm in favor, though, more than that, Lawrence, I'm in favor of restructuring Washington, D.C. As an outsider, I'm for term limits for Congress of 12 years for Congress people and senators. I'm for giving direct democracy to the American people to let us pass laws if the Congress won't. I'm saying we have a broken government. That's what's going on in Washington, D.C. It's been bought by corporations. And my question to the American people is, who do you think is going to change that? Is it going to be someone like me who's an outsider, who's been fighting those corporations and beating them for a decade, or is it going to be someone from inside the Beltway?
Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on the button below for more from The Last Word and the rest of MSNBC.